Hey guys, the How Did I Learn podcast. I'm your host, Fat Old Stephen Henry. As always, we got Mr. Matt Williams.
Cheeseburger.
Got the man who cooks that cheeseburger, Mr. Matt Carter.
I cook the burgers in this house.
The guy who is quite familiar with cheese. He's a body built by cheese, Mr. David Wayne.
That's me. Do I have a hard time shitting?
Body by queso.
Yeah, it's all the cheese.
Our friend who's familiar with the soy cheese, the intern.
Soy cheese.
It's because she's Asian.
Soy cheese is awful.
How to Daya alone.
It melts like regular cheese. You're like, yeah, that's about all it's got in common with regular cheese.
Sorry.
No, I'm an almond milk guy.
I have an
almond milk all day.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I get
2%.
I go unsweetened vanilla.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where it's at.
That's
Wait, hold on. They make vanilla almond milk now?
Oh, dude, they make
Davey.
vanilla, chocolate. There's like coconut flavored. I got banana almond milk the other day. It's like pureed. It's
Going
sweetened
real
with
bubba gum.
bananas. Yeah, man.
Does that pulp in it like orange juice?
No.
Shrimp almond milk.
What? Like banana pulp? Is that where you're going?
Yeah, I don't know. He said it's got like...
No, it's sweetened with bananas, so it's kind of like it's
Sweetened
not like
with the tears of the
it's not
innocent.
like banana milk. It's not like Nesquik. It's just that instead of sweetening it with sugar, they sweeten it with bananas, so it's got a hint of banana.
Does it have like an
Bananas.
anthropomorphic banana on the side with like arms and legs? Like, I'm gonna die.
Drink me. Those are always weird.
Yeah, it's like LaCroix. It's like it's the milk industry.
Yeah, it is a lot like milk LaCroix.
Oh, that's terrible.
I tried their coconut.
Yeah.
I bought like a case of it, and I was like, this was a mistake. I should have just saved it.
Somebody screamed the word banana into every carton.
Yeah, somebody showed it the word banana, and then
and it was like, I'll try to taste like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
doing my
covered a
best,
bunch-
Chief.
And I know that this whole thing is like based off like a tweet of he's like, yeah, it's a carbonated water that traveled in a truck next to a case of mangoes.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just a
But
banana
still.
that they spray with patchouli oil and put it in a carton.
It's such a great concept.
Yeah. It
The
tastes
bubbly is much better.
it tastes more like the Roundup that was sprayed on the fruit.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Flavored
Like, do you
Roundup.
think people drink it because they actually like it, or do they drink it because they want to, like, be seen drinking it? You know what I mean?
Do you think there's like a status to LaCroix?
Yes.
Dude.
Like, people who drink it are
Yes.
like, you know, they're 100%.
Legit. Yeah.
Just dudes
I
in
don't know.
fucking culottes just drinking LaCroix.
Cool.
Yeah, like a deep V cut. You know what I
It's like,
mean? Like,
You'll see me
like
sucking
a
the cock
yoga
in the
top.
Golden Gate Bridge if you see me drinking a bubbly.
Yeah, the guy's got a man bun, a douche beard, and like a yoga top. and
Oh,
he's
Bobby
drinking
Katie.
LaCroix. Yeah, 100%.
You're like, yeah, everything in my
Exactly.
life hurts. Why shouldn't drinking water?
It's called spicy water. There's a challenge.
I love
on
the bite.
TikTok.
What?
Okay, hit me. What's up?
TikTok
It's a
queen.
LaCroix
Yeah.
challenge. What is it?
There's-
Afford it?
Well, there's two. So there's a guy that chugs different like bubbly waters.
Uh-huh.
It's so bad. And then the other one is you put it in a bowl and you try to give it to your dog, and the dog, it's called spicy water. And so they drink it and they're like, ah! It's so great.
Yeah, if your dog's not willing to eat it, then I'm definitely not willing to drink that shit.
I love it. Not LaCroix.
I feel like I saw somebody give it to their cat, and their cat like stood up on two legs and was like, I'm gonna fight this bowl.
Look like a Halloween decoration.
Yeah.
You guys know what I do in my spare time.
Oh, whoa.
Is-
Settle down. We have video
Like
now.
I don't watch TikTok. I'm not on there, but I do watch like all of like the compilations.
Oh, so you're like Matt Williams.
Yeah, where it's like
I get
I've
sent
probably
TikToks.
seen it,
Like,
but
that's
it's
the only
not
reason I
on
know
TikTok.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, he gets sent TikToks.
Amanda's like, how about this one?
The only TikTok I watch is the clock as my life evaporates.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Throw on some Kesha and hate your life.
Yeah, just boot some heroin like I'm in Third Eye Blind. TikTok, the rhythm that got you.
I bumped again, and I bumped again, and I bumped again, and I bumped again.
Just
Our new album's coming out, guys.
That's how it leads to Jumper.
Jesus. Oh,
Yeah, right after Coming Over You, that's when you jump.
Like, what am I doing with my life? And then you just,
I know what you're doing with your life. You're doing ever what you want to do. Coming over you.
that was great.
oh.
We're gonna turn this podcast into just food and lyrics.
Yeah, speaking of terrible 90s bands, like fucking Smash Mouth played at Sturgis.
Oh my god!
They headlined one of the nights.
Yeah.
For if you don't know, Sturgis
They were the
is
top. They were the top draw.
Yeah.
Sturgis
keep
is
the
a,
gold till the end.
if
Why
you
did it
don't,
lead?
no, Sturgis is a bike rally in, I think, North Dakota or South Dakota.
I think it's
One
South
of the
Dakota.
Dakotas.
South
It's in
Dakota.
Dakota
South
Fanning.
Dakota.
Shit, I thought
Yeah.
that shit was in Daytona.
It's kind of like Korea.
No, it's like middle of South Dakota, small town. It's like they do this giant bike rally, and it's not like
North
it's
Dakota.
like Harleys and leather and sweat and just nastiness. And they still
Oh,
did it this year. And
Yeah.
some of the great bands that were headlining were, classics like Smash Mouth,
Trapped.
Lit,
38
Trapped.
special.
As if the
Yeah.
year wasn't depressing enough, they brought out that
Lit.
lineup.
Yeah, Lit was there.
Yeah, Lit. They had 2 hits. Yeah, 2-hit Lit, Smash Mouth.
2-hit lit.
Listen,
They only had 2 hits. They
What's
had
the
that.
second one, Davey?
What's the other one?
Ziploc.
Name the
You-
second one.
Ziploc, yeah.
you
Put it
make
in a
me,
Ziploc bag or whatever.
No one's
Yeah.
ever heard
Three.
that song, David.
It's in a
am.
movie. It's in Loser, all right, with Jason Bateman. Everyone's
No one's ever seen
Jason
that movie or
Bateman.
heard that song.
It's Jason Biggs.
Jason Bateman?
You might have been a teacher in it, or maybe her dad, because he's like, "Hey, you guys be safe out there," or whatever. Like that dad guy that he
You
always
guys are
plays.
freaking ruining my life. I don't know. It's
No,
Arrested Development.
Yeah,
Can
he's
you
always
imagine-
a voice of reason.
Can you imagine being like the second fiddle in that movie to fucking Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus?
Dude, that song is amazing. Though. I fucking love that song. I don't care what anyone-
know how. I had a dream about her. Sorry.
Iron Maiden, maybe.
Yeah.
Come with me Friday.
Don't say Davey.
Yeah, it just gets really high pitched. I don't know. I like that song a lot, though.
They
What's
always,
funny
and
is,
the
like-
thing is, that song came out right around like Columbine. So there's the line
Yeah.
where he's like, her boyfriend's a dick.
He brings a gun,
brings a
yeah.
gun to school. And on the radio, it was like, he brings a to school. And you're like, his books,
Yeah.
his backpack.
Fun. He brings us fun.
He brings his
And-
fun.
And for some reason, Pumped Up Kicks just comes up straight across the air, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Run faster than my bullets.
Yeah. No, Lit had that other You Make Me Come.
That's not lit.
That's not
No.
I
lit.
thought it was. Who is that?
No,
Completely
It's
missed.
me at the end of my
I
day.
think that's 3 Days Grace.
no.
No, the one with the Pam Anderson video.
No, you don't say it like that though, Amanda. You say it like it's an.
Oh no,
order.
that's totally that's
You
lit.
made me come.
No, it was lit, dude. You're right. It
That
was lit.
Yeah, it
Oh
was
my
lit.
God.
The song's called
I had-
Miserable.
What a jump in
All
style.
right, 3
Never
hit
heard
lit.
that song.
All right.
3-hit lit.
Yeah,
That's great though, because
Don't
it's
you talk
hit
bad
lit.
about it.
And we can discover new songs that they had, and they'll still
Well-
be something hit lit.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
Matt.
it doesn't matter.
You know they're gonna hear this podcast and be like, "We got to get the band back together. We got to
Yeah.
go
And
for
eventually,
4."
it's gonna be like
Yeah.
37 hit lit.
More like 3 shit lit.
I'm trying to get to that 38 special.
Yeah.
No, Matt Carter, how you said everything sounded like Matchbox 20. There was a time when like new metal or metalish music, everything sounded like Finger 11, like that kind of like Paralyzer, Mudvayne, like all that shit blended together.
Mudvayne sounded like Paralyzer to you.
Their later
Yeah.
stuff,
What is with your ears?
Not Falling, dude, Not Falling sounds like, Finger 11. I don't know. To me, it did.
Yeah, what was there like? Static X was big back
yeah,
then.
that's
Yeah,
a good one. Yeah, Static X Drowning Pool.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
The Smash Mouth thing just made me sad because there's 40 million people unemployed and yet these people get work. Like that's fucking
right.
No,
It is crazy.
I like that they had the mask mandate, and they're like, you know, these methed out bikers, they got their head on their shoulders pretty good.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They're very awake and alert.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was, like, they had a sign saying everyone's supposed to wear your mask, but then, like, there's photos of them performing and no one's wearing a mask.
You
and
had to wear a
like,
mask to get in.
COVID.
Yeah, it's
Why
just
didn't
like
they-
the comedy clubs where everyone's like, "Well, I wore it in here."
Why didn't they
That's it.
just invite Slipknot and Mushroomhead to kind of like get people on board with the idea of a mask?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Probably had a
Sun doesn't rise at all.
Right, yeah. Well, I just like risking your life for Smash Mouth. They're like, you know, like you were saying, you know, the band from Shrek.
I pushed the mask underneath my eyes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's Smash Mouth. It's like that. You know, they had one hit.
I did listen. Like,
They had
I
a couple.
legitimately did listen to them.
They had a
They
couple.
were Walking on the
Like
Sun, but that came out like decades before.
The
All-Star.
crazy
Came out like 5 years before.
I want to know how much money they make in royalties off just All Star alone. It's
the
probably
crazy shit
fucking-
about like Walking on the Sun is like hardcore commentary on the Rodney King beatings.
Is it really? It's deep. like
Yeah.
that? I didn't know that.
If that's and I looked that up one day, I was like, it's so crazy to go from like, what are we standing up for? Police brutality. Now what are we standing up for? Meth head bikers not wearing masks. That's
You gotta follow the money,
hill-
Matt. You gotta
that's
follow
the-
the money.
That's
Yeah,
the hill they've
exactly.
chosen.
It's
the
like
hill
Carlos
they chose.
Mencia. Carlos Mencia sold out Madison Square Garden 4 nights in a row, and then he'll be performing at a bar in Lakeland. So,
Yeah.
you know, you got to follow the money, baby. You got to go there.
Lakeland is where the money is.
That's
Well,
the whole
and-
career.
For right now, yeah. He's not getting Madison Square Garden money anymore. I'll tell you that shit.
Yeah. Joe
So-
Rogan put a stop to that.
If
Yeah,
he
it could
didn't,
just be his ridiculous, horribly jokes.
if he didn't have a joke about MSG at Madison Square, I would have been amazed for sure.
Dee-dee-dee.
Well, it's like, it's like Dane Cook. Look at him. He went from like playing these colleges and all these college kids wanting him to being on our podcast now. So it's like,
No
everywhere,
way.
I think.
His face has gone like Jay Leno. Have you seen
dude,
it?
yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
it's
Somebody
long.
posted,
He's
like, how is it
fine.
longer? Like, what is he doing?
He's got
By the
a
long
crazy.
face, Dan.
He's got quite a chin.
He's turning into Mac.
He looks like he
from,
had a
McDonald's.
prosthetic
Yes.
chin
Turned into
installed
Mac
on
the
his
Moon.
face.
Tickling the ivories at the nearest McDonald's.
Oh man.
Maybe he's prepping for a Jay Leno biography.
But dude, if you watch Dane Cook's some of his newer clips, like the style he's doing now is so much more palatable than the freaking crazy.
Well, that's what I'm
guy.
saying. Is like because you grow with your audience. Like he can't act like a 24-year-old college kid anymore.
Is he up
No.
there with like a corduroy sweater on,
40.
taking a drag off
tweed.
a pipe?
He's in a smoker's jacket. Looks like Hugh Hefner. I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's more
Just
like
getting mad at the
jump
stagehand
around.
for not tamping his tobacco down appropriately.
Yeah, he's got like an antique nail his grandfather made that he flips over. He's like, no, nothing else does the job.
I'll never
Quite
forget
like grandpa's nail.
when
pop snail.
Pop's nail.
I was in Maryland one time. I was driving next to a guy in like a full on like tweed sweater, listening to a book on tape, smoking a fucking pipe, driving like casually
Yeah.
smoking a pipe.
And you know he was on his way to go
To
to
Sturgis.
Starbucks with his typewriter. Sir, you can't smoke in here.
You know he drives a Harley, right?
Yeah.
No, he's driving a minivan. I'm just like, I find it hard to believe that anyone fucked you. Like, I don't know why.
He was like, your mom says it's a perfectly sized van.
Target in her little garage.
So, talking about prosthetics, can you tell us about Dentyne Ice teeth?
Oh
Jesus.
God! So last time I was home, I went to CVS with my mom, and she was like, "Well, I gotta go get some Dentyne Ice," and I was like, "All right, cool." Mom likes fresh breath, and
It's
so
very specific. It's not
Yeah.
like, hey, I need to
It's
get
very
some gum.
specific.
yeah,
I need to get
exactly.
some What is she fucking brand loyal to Dentyne Ice?
She has stock in Dentyne.
She's got
Yeah.
a sponsorship.
Yeah. I was just like, trying
Your
to
mom
just
has
as
a
good.
sponsorship before you do.
Matt
got,
like
like, a little bit
unwraps
of a-
a juicy fruit and she slaps it out of his hand.
You know,
It's
this
a
is
Dentyne
Dentyne
Ice
Ice House.
Dentyne Ice House.
You're in Dentyne country, motherfucker.
Well, it does have a little bit of a shell to it, so I was like, I don't know, maybe she just likes the, the little bit of
Initial crunch.
Yeah. You take that,
when I
that
have
communist
gum, I want-
eclipse out of here. You leave that eclipse at the door.
I like a nice crunchy gum.
Orbit, we
So
saved
what?
their ass in the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's
a jelly bean that never goes away.
It's like, do you want the 25-cent chiclets out of the machine feel, but also fresh breath? Dentyne Ice.
Yeah. And we'll see. Oh god, so I feel bad. Like my mom has one of those missing, like kind of back teeth, where like if you smile really wide, you can see it.
I can already see where this is going.
Oh my god.
And she was like, "Here, let me show you." And I was like, "No." And,
Please. No.
and so she carefully just starts breaking it apart to where it's the right.
No.
I find it hard to
It's
believe
the right
Pensacola's that close to
not only the
Alabama.
right shape, but she's like, "Look, it's the right shade too," and she puts it in. And
I'm impressed that your mom's teeth are that white. Like, kudos to her. What is she using?
They might be.
Believe it
all
or not,
Dentyne.
it was cinnamon gums. So her teeth are bright red, actually. I got bloody gums.
It's like the baked beans. Remember the little baked beans candies? You like
Awesome
showed that in there. Yeah.
And I'll admit to it, it looked legit. It completely looked legit.
Maddie, don't you sign off on this. You tell her to go to the goddamn dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was like, "Well, don't worry, I have the new one coming in on Thursday." She was like,
The new pack of gum?
You can't keep her mouth shut for like a week.
I can always freshen my breath with these veneers.
Yeah,
you take it out and put it back in the package, like at night when she's
been
sleeping.
doing that.
Like,
She's been doing it for 3 years. She spent more money than the prosthetic on Dentyne Ice.
24 pieces, 24 teeth. Coincidence?
Oh my god.
dude, that shit reminds me of what movie was it? Dennis the Menace with Walter Matthau, and he puts the big chiclets.
Yeah.
He's like, these are some interesting teeth. I can't do it, Matt. Matt does a better Walter Matthau than me.
Come on, deal with Maddie.
I went and got some Dentyne Ice for my teeth.
Oh man, they just
Walter
added that.
Matthau.
They just added Dennis the Menace, I think, on HBO Max or Disney Plus. One of them. I don't know. There's 17. There are more streaming services
Yeah.
than necessary. You
Yeah,
might
if
as
you
well
have-
just get cable.
If you have every streaming service, you're paying for like 5 satellite dishes at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All I remember from Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, right.
is a
I have
mountain.
all of them. Actually.
I only pay for a few of them though. So
Yeah, actually, Hulu's free with my Spotify. So,
Oh, you're right. I need to look into that. I
but
don't
there's
have Hulu,
ads,
but
which is the shitty part. But you know,
it's whatever.
I hate commercials though, dude. Like when commercials come on TV, I'll just start flipping the channel. I'm like, I can't watch this.
I just hit the mute button immediately.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like I go to my parents' house and they'll be like, "Oh, we'll just like watch a movie that's on TV," and it's like, dude, this movie is literally like 40 minutes long, and it's somehow 30 fucking commercials, and it's now a 4-hour movie.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
this girl,
Saving Private Ryan takes 2 years to play on cable.
On TNT, and they just show the same shit. Jags up next. You're like, come on, man. We know what's on your fucking network.
Yeah.
Why do you keep playing the goddamn shit over
We
and
get
over
it.
again?
TNT knows drama.
Yeah. Now back to this war movie.
Yeah.
yeah, it literally takes as long as it does to like them to get on Normandy for the war to be over, for the actual movie to
Yeah,
end.
like, what is this shot in real time? What's going on? You think they were
Live
just like
TV.
storming the beaches at Normandy, and they were like, "Wait, stop, everybody! Commercial
Cut.
break.
Cut. Yeah.
Gotta go to commercial."
Yeah, it's like an official timeout at a football game.
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
plays the
that's how it
NFL
is.
music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, they have like the private, and then like a little bio private, you know,
Guy runs
Ryan.
out with the trainers run out with squirt bottles, like start squirting people.
Yeah, they put them on the jumbotron. They got to put up like their little
Instead of
solo.
pop-up video, it's like pop-up war footage.
He's got 75 yards rushing, but with his head, it's 35 yards passing. Like when it blew off.
Dude, I watched Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, you imagine them like storming the beaches with t-shirt cannons.
His bullets are so soft.
with like the
Is that
camera on the wire
I
going
can't
over
wear
top.
this.
What was that, ring spun cotton? What?
Yeah, roughing the passer means something totally different now.
He was like, this isn't doing. We're going to have to shoot him with a pair of acid wash jeans.
Are you guys playing Fantasy Warfare this season?
Fantasy Warfare.
Some people call it Risk.
I've never played Risk.
Me neither.
Speaking of a game or a show that'll take fucking 30 years,
I
Risk
know.
can
I've
take
heard
forever.
that.
No,
I
you know
don't
what's
have the attention span for
It's like
that.
the Monopoly of the battle games.
Yeah.
It takes
We're not allowed to
forever.
play
Yeah, just
Monopoly
take way
anymore.
Eventually, you just get tired of playing and you say, all right, you won.
Yeah,
That's what
you
happens.
you sign a
it's like-
treaty and go to bed.
Yes, it's like, why are there hotels in Russia?
Can we just pivot to a Cold War?
I need a break.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing unless I'm the race car.
just in the middle of the game, they're like, you want to go for a ride in this convertible with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll just see what happens.
Who won the War of 1812? The thimble?
It might have been the Scottish Terrier. I'm not sure.
No,
I think there's probably like a BuzzFeed article, or not BuzzFeed, but like some kind of fucking Facebook quiz where it's like, what does your Monopoly piece that you choose say about you? And it probably like breaks it down. I imagine
Oh,
that's
I want
real,
to do
right?
it.
Amanda would get
Has
the
to be.
iron because she's a woman.
That's
I
right.
would get the what?
The
iron.
I always got the top hat.
I didn't
always
think
wanted
about
to be.
like an iron. I thought about like a tire iron.
to get Maddie Papao.
That's how aggressive I am.
I always got the last choice. I always ended up with the thimble.
I went
Thimble,
top hat.
Which then it became like cool and ironic to be like, I'll take the thimble.
Is it? When did that happen?
I don't know. I just feel like that's something like hipsters would do.
Yeah.
No, do the
Wheelbarrow.
thimble.
Because
It was
Actually,
crazy
they wouldn't be
'cause by the
caught
time-
dead playing the Monopoly. There was
Yeah.
this
Into
capitalist
sewing.
propaganda.
But it was crazy. By the time Matt's game finished, he knitted himself a sweater.
There 100% is a which Monopoly piece are you?
Oh, perfect.
And I'm
course
going to
there
need
is.
you all to
Told
take
you.
this and report back next
Just
week.
Told you.
capitalism, everyone is you go straight to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Tune in next week to find out which Monopoly piece
I
we
was
all
going to
are.
say, we're all going to take this and we'll announce our pieces next week.
I can't handle
Yeah.
the pressure.
Of shit.
Throw it in the
That's what
throw
it's
it in
gonna
the
be.
throw it in the group chat in the old GC.
Yeah, well,
The
geez,
old GC.
My roommate's girlfriend used to
I
watch
have,
The
actually.
Office on TV.
I love
Ew.
The Office.
Hang
On
on.
TV?
Yeah, on like TBS or whatever. And I was like, we have Netflix. And she's like, yeah, but I prefer to watch it this way. I'm like, with commercials?
Gross.
Well, it
I
breaks
used-
up the tension, because there's like tension in between. You gotta have that relief.
You mean when John Krasinski goes,
Yeah, it looks at the camera.
Don't you dare make fun of him.
I will, and I just did.
Don't do it.
Tempo
I'm
power.
driving up to Ocala right now.
I know. Well, that's what kills me is like I hate for him because he gets typecasted. So like when I watch
I
an
got to hear-
Amazon Prime thing and they would have like the promos for Jack Ryan or whatever it was called, and I'm like, what the fuck is Jim doing out of the office? Like, he's not wearing. They're
Yeah,
trying
and
to
then
make him an
he-
action star. I'm like, I'm not buying it. And then he was in a movie with George Clooney where he's like a football
Oh,
star.
I
I'm like,
got it.
stop it. All right, this is Jim. Like he
You
just
can
got
see you can
stuck.
see him in A Quiet Place. He did A Quiet Place.
Oh,
you can see
yeah.
him like the monsters coming at him, and he's just like.
Somehow Pam's in the corner and they zoom to her after his face. Like, what are we doing? Like, that's just how I met. Like, he
Get
just got
eaten.
stuck in that role.
One of the monsters tries to do Chris Rock's bit, and he just like loses it.
Yeah.
Just like
That must
the
be
show.
from an episode of The Office. I haven't. I don't know. I'm not an Office guy.
Well, it's even like Dwight. Like they all like when you're on those shows, you get stuck. It's hard. I mean, I'm sure he's like a good actor on some level, but like it's still just I don't know. He's just one of the ones that got stuck. You know.
I think that's the role Gary Goldman was trying to do, because Gary Goldman talks about being on The Office, like he auditioned for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw about it, I think in the Great Depression, like he went to the mental hospital and it's like, yeah, I auditioned for The Office, and this guy was like, did you get it? And he's like,
do you know who I am? Exactly. No, because I mean, like,
to
you
see
know,
Gary
like,
Goldman in The Office. I
Yeah.
would watch it more.
well, it's
Yeah.
like Steve Carell. He can do other shit. You know what I mean? But like, they just kind of, I don't know. To me, it's just like he'll always be Jim.
But he had a career before The Office.
Yeah,
Who?
him.
Gary
He had
Goldman?
what was the movie that Steve Carell? Actually, The Office was in danger of getting canceled, and then Steve Carell
Saved
had
the
a
day?
movie. No, I forget. I don't know what. Steve Carell had a movie that was a big hit. 40-Year-Old Virgin came out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, everybody was like, "We love The Office," and it stopped it from getting canceled. So, like,
It's great.
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah, he wasn't famous before that. I mean, he was famous on theater and stuff. All right, or like Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston was on Friends, but like she's like one of the only ones on that show that has a career after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who the hell's Courtney Cox?
I mean, you'll see her in movies, but you'll be like, oh, look, it's Monica.
Well, like
you know?
David Schwimmer, Matthew Perry.
Well, you had like Courtney Cox.
Matthew Perry. There he is, guys.
Over
We
here.
got him.
Here.
He's
There on my
somewhere.
screen. Yeah.
Proof that he has no career after Friends.
Matthew Perry Williams. So we got Matthew Perry Williams and Dane Cook on our
Yeah, it's all the same person.
And Jim Jeffries.
yeah, autistic Jim Jeffries, according to Steve Miller.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but
You
hey,
guys
Matt,
watch-
you can say
you guys watch the last special.
Matt, you can say C word as much as you want.
Cat.
No, I
Did,
didn't.
Hang out with my son, Frank.
the latest Jim Jeffries. It's weird because he's done political commentary for so long, or at least like had that edge of. There was an American flag on every goddamn special up until this last one, which is weird because he's.
We
not
had that TV
from
show
here.
too, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, he did. But this latest one, he was just like, "Now I'm gonna talk about cheese."
I would watch.
Oh, I think I
Oh,
have
yeah,
seen
no,
that.
no,
Yeah.
I can't eat cheese.
For the cheese
I'm
and the
lactose
accent.
intolerant.
Lactose intolerant.
Give them a
Talk
British
about
accent.
shitting myself.
What accent is this?
This,
I don't
Australian.
know.
It's Australian.
this fucking American
Oh,
cheese, this
Australian.
fucking cheddar cheese.
Matt
It's
Carter.
fucking- It's fucking. I don't know.
I
I
gave
can't
some
do
to
it.
my gave some to my
Jim
son,
Jeffries,
Abby.
Australian for cheese. That's what he should have named it.
Jim Jeff Cheese.
Oh,
Jeff
God.
cheese.
Wow.
Matt, so that's where you get your pacing from. You're like, I watched Jim Jeffries just walk back and forth. I think I'm gonna take after that.
Talk about cheese.
They say the two things that you can't have when you're lactose intolerant is cheese and milk, and I love both of them. And that's like the punchline. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, therein lies my predicament. And you're like, nah. You're like, okay, all right, man.
And Hannah
pretty
guessed, she's
sure-
like, some people think that cheese is funny.
yeah. I was raped by a Kraft single.
God, Davey. You went there.
I'm sorry.
Rose Matafeo, on her recent special, she, like I was saying that, like, I was telling you guys earlier that it's kind of her, like, they let her, like, work her way to the point, like, feel it out.
Mhm.
And she actually says out loud, like, this isn't going to be one of those specials where it's like, I thought it was going to be funny, and then all of a sudden, then everybody's crying. She's like, I fucking hate that shit. And I was like, okay, cool. So at least, like, it's like she's
prefacing
doing,
a little.
Canceled.
she's doing a lot of the same stuff, like addressing issue, best-selling, same thing, addressing all of the issues that, a lot of comics address, like the Me Too movement and stuff like that, but making it
Never
all
heard of it.
funny. It's funny from, like, all the way through. And that was cool. I think that gets the point across better whenever you're like, I can talk about what I want to talk about and be good at the job I'm currently doing.
Wow.
I just like that every single comic has a Me Too joke. It's so original and fresh.
Well,
here's the
dude,
thing.
you gotta,
I thought
watch
Bill
watch
Burr-
Beth Stelling's new special because it's so she kind of addresses
If they could have like a
the way
15-minute
people are
chunk about
addressing
it.
It is, but it's
No,
funny.
but like, here's the thing: is that I saw Bill Burr's
Yeah.
Me Too bit, and it's pretty good. I mean, he talks about how he got Me Too'd, but I feel like when people, if you
But
put those
why
side
do they
by
all
side,
need
hold on.
one? Male,
yeah.
female,
If you
black,
put
white,
those-
gay, straight, they all have a fucking Me Too joke.
But that's what I'm saying. If you put those side by side, people will watch Beth Stelling's and be like, "That's funny." But as soon as Burr start talking about it, they instantly roll their eyes.
I just
guarantee-
wish Burr
Beth
could get some kind of
Stelling
success.
That's what
Beth
upsets me.
Stelling
That's what upsets me.
Beth Stelling does her joke. And
When
in
is
it-
Bill Burr going to get his break, Davey?
No, I'm just saying, like the fucking bloggers,
struggle.
the fucking internet Twitter bloggerverse, Twitterverse, they'll all be like, "Ah, a white man complaining about Me Too. Hey, you know you enjoyed it," or what? I don't know.
Dude, Beth's, yeah, but Beth
They even
Beth
go
Stelling,
for
does it.
Louis
Oh,
J-
Beth's is a
Breath
breath
Stelling.
of fresh air. Yeah, a
Breath
breath
of
of
fresh air, right,
Oh,
David?
I'm
Breath
so
of
goddamn
fresh air.
flustered.
she
Sorry.
calls out Bill Burr really hard in that special. She does. She was like, "There's,
No,
you know,
are you
it's
serious?
yeah, but she's
You're
like, "There's
lying.
a comic." No, I'm serious. She's like, "There's, you know, a comic," and he's yelling
Nailed
in
it.
a microphone where he's like, "I don't know what I don't even know how to do it anymore." Like, I don't do a good Bill Burr, but
No one does.
That's,
no, it does. But she
that's also a
hits,
great bit when comics have bits about comedy. I
well,
love
she
it.
just mentions it. She talks about it. It's a great fucking special, and all of you guys can straight up go fuck yourselves. Is what I'm trying to say.
Man,
'Cause
no one
Beth
watches
Stelling's-
this, all right? What
Beth
are you
Stelling's
trying
new
to win?
special is fucking amazing, and she addresses so many things that other comics have tried to address, and she does it in a way that's funny. And on top of it, every time she says the word rape, she does it with a Scottish accent. She goes, "She's like, on the off chance, you know, I get raped." She goes, "It makes it easier if you say it with a Scottish accent." It's a
Jim Jeffries
dude,
cheat.
it's so good. The whole special's so good. Rose Matafeo, HBO Max just put out like 3 really good specials and 1 really bad one.
What's the bad one?
Wait, a white guy?
Oh, yeah, there's this guy
No,
who
I'm
like
kidding. Sorry.
there's a guy
You're not
and
wrong.
it's not so much a comedy. Like he's not so much a straight up stand-up comic. He's like an internet guy, so it's like him taking his internet stuff onto a stage and talking about it, and it's like stuff like, you know, the conversations he's had with like bots that he dragged out for a long time, and because I think that's like his job.
Wow.
Yeah, that
His
sounds
job,
horrible.
it translates well and at certain times, like it's funny, but at the same time I was like, it's not necessarily like a comedy special.
It's not stand up.
Yeah.
It's not, it wasn't like
Just
set
a
up
longer
punch.
YouTube video.
It just had a shitload like it's all visual aids, and it wasn't. Yeah, that's right. I hope my
I'll have
eyes
to
don't
watch 'em. I
catch
mean, I'll watch 'em.
pneumonia
I
because they
like-
won't be able to heal from it. Visual
I like
aids.
Best Selling's. But she has one on Netflix, right? Like a half hour.
Yeah, and that's great too.
Yeah, I like that. So I mean,
She's one of my favorite comics, and it's not.
Yeah,
dude,
I'm not shitting on her. I'm just saying, you know what I mean. I haven't seen it yet, and I guess the whole Bill Burr thing, like that's bananas. So
Yeah, and it's for like 2 seconds. It's not like she goes off.
yeah,
about
I
it,
know.
But she
Yeah,
just
go.
it's oh god, it's hysterical. It's so good. It's such a good special. You should all go watch it.
Is HBO Max like a new thing?
Yeah, it's like HBO with like extra stuff.
Why
Like
not
all of
HBO
HBO is
Go?
extra
If you
stuff.
already have to pay for HBO, why not pay more money for HBO?
No,
Max?
it's like a separate.
It's a separate
It's like
thing.
separate. Like if you
Is
have
it a new
HBO
Oh,
Max,
even better.
you don't pay for both. It's just like you get HBO plus other stuff.
It's got all sorts of cool shit though. Like it's got Studio Ghibli shit and Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
and
it's
DC
got a-
comics.
Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a
Turner
lot
Classic
of
Movies.
It's all
Like
anime.
sushi?
Crunchyroll. It's got a whole
I
lot
like
of
sushi.
like classic horror.
It's got other great comedy too, like Friends and Big Bang Theory.
Now you're talking. Hey! Now that's good comedy.
Bazinga. I don't know what is that. Why?
It's something that Sheldon says on the show.
What when he?
It was
comes?
good for the.
You know what's funny? The funniest part about that show, though, the
I'm
funniest
gonna
part
shout
about
that next time.
yeah, the funniest part about that show is that he's like Jim Parsons is his name. He's like the smartest one out of all of his friends, but he's the only one in real life that doesn't have a college degree.
Nice.
Like everyone else has like masters and shit, and
so you can relate to his experience, Davey.
Exactly. So that's why I kind of like, I'm the smartest one, but I'm really not. No, I'm kidding. Never in my life have I ever felt like I was smarter than anyone. And I lived in Virginia.
Just keeps reaching for that electrified cupcake.
Yeah, I played darts. I toured darts nationally. I would go to dart tournaments and be in bars, and I never felt like I was the smartest person in there. So
you didn't feel like the smartest dart player?
Nope. I know. Crazy, isn't it?
That's Dale. He's the professor.
Yeah. He's got glasses on, so you know he's educated.
He's like, hey, Dave, we tried to catch the dart like this.
He knows how to pour a perfect beer right off the draft.
Yeah. Gives great head.
Exactly.
Yucky.
You ever see him talk down his woman? It's amazing. I'm kidding. That's horrible. It's a joke. God damn it. This is why I can't even lean into it. I can't even lean into it. You know what it is? Because I'm fat. If I was skinnier, I'd be a lot funnier and more
you shouldn't lean into anything.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Senator Gravity's all fucked.
But dude, we were talking about that earlier. It was like I want to lose weight so I can be more marketable.
David's
I like doing.
Well, no, it's true because I would go up and do certain bits that would like kind of like, you know, poke and jab at my girlfriend or something, and then it would kind of and then Tim C would go behind me and just shit on women like, you guys are fucking horrible, your Tinder profile sucks, and they're dying laughing. They're like, oh, he's so right, and I'm like, fuck you, Tim, for looking so good. Like, this isn't fair. You know
this Russian wood elf gets it.
How do you, yeah.
Look at this Spawn from Pan's Labyrinth.
They loved it though, dude. They fucking loved it, and it would upset me every time.
Yeah, it'd be like that though. But like I remember even like being in bands and stuff. Like it's the same way where it's like your music can be absolutely amazing, and they're like, yeah, but y'all fat, so yeah.
That's one of the reasons I like Pennywise, because they had a fat guitar player.
I mean, that's why Abortion Twins is the full package. Danny's, you know, and the music's great,
big, dude. And it's amazing. If you're gonna suck hard and be fat.
Yeah. But meanwhile, bands like, you know, 3-Hit Lit can come out with the pretty boy fucking front man. Yeah. Singing up to the mic like this because they have to have it angled down for some fucking reason in the 90s. That was like a thing they did.
You couldn't get away with.
I know, and the thing is, like in the 90s it was like angled down, and by the early 2000s they're like, fuck it, let's just hang it from the ceiling.
Like on fucking
Michael
Elvis
Buffer. Mic. We'll get the Elvis mic out there, just swing it and grab it. Yeah.
Let's fight.
Let's definitely not get ready to rumble.
Click, click, boom from Saliva is a masterpiece.
What's the chorus?
Click, click, boom.
Okay. Actually, I used to work at.
All the way I make my poetry every day. That's how he sang.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, it was kind of spot on. I used to work at Old Chicago, like the pizza place.
And the lead singer, I got excited.
The Old Chicago is a pizza place, and the lead singer of Saliva was like part owner, so he would come in and sit down to eat, and we had to treat him like a VIP.
Yeah. His name is Josie Scott, and you fucking appreciate Mr. Scott when he comes in.
His name is Josie?
Josie Scott.
No respect.
Then you go next to him and you're like, hey man, don't get any saliva on that pizza.
Matt's so mad now. He's like, I had to fucking respect a guy named Josie every time he came in.
Oh, Josie, is that what Blink-182 wrote the song about?
Yeah, that's exactly who. Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not Josue or something, Dave?
It's not.
No, it's Josie.
Yeah, listen, he also wrote a song with Chad Kroeger for the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah, Spider-Man.
What was that? Hero?
No.
Yeah. The hero. Full disclosure.
He's like, look at this Spider-Man.
Full disclosure, Matt Carter. Full disclosure, that's the only reason I know his name because of that song. That's the only reason.
Have you guys seen
Josie.
the Nickelback?
Maddie, is it? Does he have a photograph of Spider-Man?
This photograph, Spider-Man.
Yeah, because what's his face would love that.
Spider-Man photograph.
Juno's dad would be like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah, what's his name?
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons would be like, "Where's that? Let me get that photograph."
It's like, I gotta go to the bathroom with this picture of Spider-Man.
Hold my suspenders.
You don't need this back, do you? Damn.
I told you I need these laminated.
Have you seen the Nickelback like spoof music video that they did where it's like, I like your pants around your feet?
No.
And then they just kept remixing where it's like, I like your feet around your pants. He's like, feet, pants, pants, feet. Oh my God. It's so
Do you think
good.
that they would have not been shit on as much if they were from America?
I like your feet around your pants.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you? Because they're Canadian, so Americans are like, fuck this Canadian music. You know what I mean? They're not Rush.
Yeah.
But like, if they were from America, I think maybe they would be more.
I don't think they would.
Well, I don't think
No.
anybody was like Nickelback. They're like the new Rush.
No,
They were
obviously
listening
not.
to the album and they're like, "What's the country of origin on this?"
Yeah. Well, the kind of people that listen to that music would probably say that,
that's-
Stephen.
That's why Sum 41 didn't last, because they're like, oh, they're from Canada? Ew.
So you're telling me
Exactly.
you're telling me that Nickelback, well, like they're marketed to the white nationalists, but they're like, no, we won't accept that.
Dude, I guarantee you,
Wrong nation.
within 5 years, they'll be headlining Sturgis's bike rally. All right,
I'm
100%.
pretty sure they've already done it.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I
But
think, I
in
think-
2008, when money was booming before the decline, that's when they went all out and fucking bought Nickelback
I
to
think
come out there.
I think Nickelback did put out like a tweet that was like, I don't want you, we don't need you, you fucking racist. If you like our music, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Don't come out. Which is cool, but like it was just like I was like,
you-
yeah, I
that's like
assumed
80% of
that.
your fan base.
I was like, I assumed that was most of your fan base.
Mm-hmm.
There was a clip from, it's like 10 years ago now, but they were in Spain or something like that. And people started throwing rocks at the guys from Nickelback.
Holy shit!
Why
Yeah,
would they
I
do
was-
that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they walked off stage, right? They
Yeah.
walked off stage. Hey,
Yeah.
I've seen
They
Nickelback
started throwing
live
rocks.
twice,
They're like, you guys
okay?
are terrible at soccer.
This was
Canadians.
advertised as a rock show.
Why don't you go back to that ice soccer that you guys play in Canada?
Ice soccer.
Ice soccer. You know the ice stick soccer.
Yeah, the ice stick slappy game.
Smacky puck.
Smacky puck.
Smacky puck. Yeah, I remember when I worked at the pizza shop. And the
You and
one
David
at-
both worked at a pizza shop?
Who would have thought? I've worked at several.
I've worked at just one.
I've worked at like 4.
I like to pan around the pizza.
Here, you ready?
Pizza around your pants.
Ready?
Pizza.
It's so bad.
It's so good.
What
And
is
at the end,
that?
they're like, "Feet, pants,
I can't play it because I feel like it's a copyright thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
won't do
you
that.
can't play it.
feet, pants, pants, feet."
It's so funny.
It's so good. Oh my god.
We need to put the link.
You
in
know
the
what? That
movie,
is like, but that's probably one of the weirdest way to start a song. Is that I like your pants around your feet. That's how the song starts. It's like, where are you going with this, Chad? Like, what are we doing here?
That's how I
Because
got
there's
kicked off.
Chad
the
on top
team.
of that. Jesus Christ! Like it's so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throw him on
it's-
top of a real Levine, I just get furious.
No, but I worked at the. You were talking about Slappy Puck, dude. When I worked at the.
I
They
only
were
played air,
calling it Slappy Puck.
I only played air slappy puck, to be fair.
Oh, Pucky slap.
I like the bubble slappy puck where you had those sticks and the other
on a
twist.
frozen pine playing your pucky slaps.
Mutant League slappy puck.
Oh, I used to love that game.
No, but the,
Fingers come off and shit.
No, that was a real video game for Sega Genesis, Mutant League Hockey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Davey
yeah,
gets it.
boys.
the people that like they were like Sicilians, like super like macho, like manly, like God, I freaking cry when I see pink.
How many gold chains were they wearing?
A lot.
Yeah.
Very thick, big old freaking dookie ropes.
That's the fucking. I'm telling you, that's what I want to be. That fat.
They got the horn and
Big
everything.
old dookie ropes.
It's the cool fat.
Like he always like the guy. I don't know. Either way, his son was like, "Dad, I want to try out for the lacrosse team." And he was like, "I didn't even know what this shit was, man. I had to go on YouTube as a
You guys just
the freaking sport, you know, the freaking gas sport with the freaking fuck sticks and the balls."
you get on a field and you drink that sparkly water.
You drink the spicy water.
I love spicy water.
So he was mad that his son wanted to play lacrosse?
Yeah, and then the thing is, his son got really good at it and got like a scholarship. And he's like, "Yeah, who would have known being gay was so lucrative?" Yeah,
That's perfect.
it's just such a weird. It's such a weird.
You got a Duke?
I didn't know what lacrosse
I don't know where
was
he
until.
I can't wait till Maddie has some success now.
You ain't getting none of it.
I didn't know what lacrosse was for years. Like,
You've never seen
probably well
American
into my
Pie?
mid-20s.
Dude, I never
Yeah,
played
but
it.
I didn't know what it was.
They're just
Some of
out there
my-
running
Where did
around
that whole
playing it.
came
Yeah.
from?
Some of my friends would play it, and like while like I was like I have no interest, nor do I have enough money.
Yeah.
It's very expensive. It's a very rich kid sport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lacrosse
But,
is,
like,
is a rich
To,
man's game.
just
But
to
hockey
like,
is expensive too, though.
but just to like get the but it's kind of like hockey's got like this element of punk rock to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where
I
it's
love
just
playing
like
it, but it was expensive.
lacrosse people would fight too.
Goon? Is there a lacrosse goon?
I feel like like because the thing is, you'll see them like they'll get in fights, start hitting each other with sticks and stuff. But just the feel of like having like the thing and like throwing the thing with the freaking the fuck stick.
The fuck stick.
Playing field highlight.
Yeah, like it felt very satisfying to like you spin the thing around and you chuck it and then you catch it and you throw it.
Throw it in the goal and you hit.
And I was like, man, I get the appeal. The appeal.
You try to get the golden snitch so you can win the game.
Yeah, it's a contact sport, so it's you get that rush.
I remember the only highlight I remember of a lacrosse thing was this goalie was like the badass of the league, and he just kept going like throw harder, you pussies. And one guy like launched it as hard as he could, and he just caught it, and he was like, eh. That was as good as it got.
There was I saw on Twitter, I saw on Twitter like yesterday a video of a guy my size, like in high school.
Yeah.
Maddie,
like a kid playing lacrosse, and all these like skinny guys are like whacking him with a stick, and he's just like running through them, like get off me, and just throws it. I'm like, all right, I get it, nice guy.
You missed your calling.
Maddie,
I remember.
Was somebody writing him, Davey?
It says in polo.
Yeah. No, Maddie,
Polo is a rich man's fucking lacrosse.
Yeah. Did the guy catch the ball in that video and he's like, now you're all in big trouble.
Like a
beat on
fucking
the brass, start
90s,
playing ballet.
like a 90s kids movie, like Little Giants or some shit.
Yeah.
Billy Madison, that's the reference.
Yes. I got that reference for once.
Dude, I remember what I was when I played
lacrosse with girls.
You ever Big Green when they all put No, that's Little Giants when they all put the Alka-Seltzer in their mouth.
Yeah.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Football is 60% physical and 80% mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember playing baseball and I was catching and the guy was like throwing I was catching, this dude was pitching. I was like 11, he was like 17.
Yeah.
It
was Puerto Rico.
Weird. But I was like catching and everything, and he was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna throw it as hard as I can." I was like, "Dude, please don't. I have no protective equipment whatsoever, and I'm also 11. But please don't." And he threw the ball as hard as he could, and it's like we're playing it at night. And he threw just like a beamer straight to my kneecap, and I couldn't walk for 2 days. I was like, dude, like what? I don't know.
Why didn't you catch it?
It was nighttime. That's the thing where it was like
it wasn't a glow in the dark ball, Amanda.
That's all. It broke Matt mentally. He could have gone pro, but he's like, I can't even catch a damn ball. That's it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Whoopsie.
It was like, dude.
Why were y'all
please-
playing catch
please
at
do
night?
not-
We
It's
used
like
to.
it's like there was like all the lights were on the field, and we were like
Yeah.
adjacent to the field,
And
and
We
it's
used to
like
play-
so it's like bright, and like you're like the ball kind of disappears in the
Yeah,
light.
yeah,
So
yeah, I
it
know.
was friendly at first, and then he was like going like faster and faster. I was like, bro, like I'm 11, like come on, dude, like and then it became like please don't, and then he threw it as hard as he fucking could, and I was like Jesus, and it hit me in the knee, and I was like,
ow.
like fell.
Yeah.
Dude, I also
kneecap.
straight off the kneecap. I remember, dude, this kid he like bullied me, and like the thing is, my mom would go
Oh,
like
yeah,
drop
bro.
me off to hang out on his house. You know, it was this dude. His name was
So you just
Jeff.
pick up a baseball and like, I'm gonna shatter your fucking kneecap.
His name was Jeff, and he was one of those kids that was like, yeah, I'm gonna freaking choke slam you and freaking pile drive you on the trampoline.
How many
Like
fucking Jeffs do you know?
too many,
Are these
too
my
many
brothers?
Jeffs.
Was he
I'm having
auditioning to be your dad?
flashbacks.
And then he had a golf ball.
You're
and
not
he
my
said
friend,
he was gonna throw the golf ball at me. So like I just started running away
Jeff.
as fast as I could.
Service.
This is-
Like, and he pegged
Hey,
me with the golf
why
ball.
your parents dropped you off at the kid's house that bullied you? What the
Yes.
This is what it's like having brothers. Like this is
Well,
how I
that's
grew
how it
up.
goes. Where you're like, hey, I don't want to go there, but your mom's like, well, you know what? I didn't.
I need a
want-
break. I
didn't want
fucking
your
break.
dad to leave me, but I need someone to watch you. And Jeff's mom is free.
He's like,
So
he's like, your stepdad's not comfortable hitting you, so we got another guy.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh
Like, I go to my
my
buddy
God.
Chris's house. He was like a friend, but he was really like mean to me. But he was like
wasn't allowed to
cooler,
play
so I'd
lacrosse
hang
with-
out with him, you know. And we were at Chris's house, and like we climbed on the roof, and then he jumped off and moved the ladder, and he's like, "All right, now you got to jump off." And I'm like, "I don't want to jump off the roof. Like, why are we doing this game? You know?" So
Yeah,
then
my
cried.
brother.
I just cried until he put the ladder back up.
My brother handed me a trash bag and had me climb up on top of a shed and was like, "Yeah, you can jump off. Use it like a
Float?
parachute.
Yeah.
and you'll
Yep,
float."
yep.
And I
That's
just
a
straight
funny
up, I was
thing.
like, You know
that's
what I
worse.
did?
That's
I
worse.
jumped off the roof of a shed. That's what I
Yeah.
did.
Well,
With
Chris actually
no
jumped off.
contingency plan as to how I
Yeah.
was supposed to land, other than I have a trash bag.
You just,
So it just made me like,
Just had a trash, but yeah, I used the
just on the
Albertsons
ground, a
bag.
broken calf. Like, you better sign my cast.
So I
You
actually,
turn into one of those army men that you roll up with the parachute and you
those
throw it in
things
the air.
never floated as
down.
well as they were supposed to.
that's actually very similar to how I broke my ankle when I was little. Is my brothers convinced me that I was Catwoman and that,
So now you are. Remember, you're Michelle Pfeiffer.
Foreshadowing.
I could jump from the top of the couch to a beanbag chair in the middle of the floor, and I did it,
Uh-huh.
but I landed in the beanbag chair and totally broke my ankle. And I was in a
Dang.
cast for weeks.
Dude, Jeff the bully. Not
Jeff's the bully.
Jeff, my
See?
stepdad. Jeff the bully. And this story is going to end kind of. It'll get sad in a little bit here, but
Does he die?
he one time.
Jeff
you know
took
those
his own
sand,
life.
sand boxes. Oh man,
Bullied himself.
foreshadowing. You know those like sand boxes that look like a turtle, and they had like the
Yeah.
cover was
Yeah.
the shell, and they
Yeah, I
I
remember
wanted
those.
one.
He had me lay inside one. He put the lid back on it, and then threw a fucking cinder block on top of it, and left me out baking in the sun for like 20 minutes, just stuck inside a turtle.
Are you afraid of turtles now?
I'm
Oh,
being inside
dude.
them. Yes.
Dude, that's the trailer park tanning bed, bro. You don't know about that method? That's how you
Dude,
do it.
He Django
Roaster.
Unchained you, man. He Django Unchained
He would
you.
beat me. He would, dude. It was the worst. And then, like by like high school, we were cool again because we started having mutual friends. And I told one of my mutual friends,
And
like, yeah,
drugs.
I was like, he pretty much beat the shit out of me all during elementary school. And they were like, dude, that's fucked up. And they were like, yo, Jeff, why'd you beat this kid up for so many years? And he was like, I don't know. And I was, and it really is because his home life was bad and his parents sucked.
He took it out on you, yeah.
Yeah, that's why
And,
he turtle boxed you.
Did he have any siblings?
Turtle box.
He had one younger brother that did not live with him. He lived with the
That's
dad.
why.
He was here with the mom. The
I bet
mom
he
was
did
like a
that when he was
diabetic alcoholic, so she would just like pass out at baseball games.
That's why her
Hell yeah.
childcare was free.
And unfortunately,
that's
Jeff developed a severe opioid addiction.
Right.
And when he got clean, he was able to get clean. And then after being clean, about 3 months into being clean, he hung himself from one of his bedposts. So
I called it.
You called it. That was where it's like, it's really sad. And like, I don't know. I wanted to go to his funeral, but I don't. No one likes funerals, and I was like, man, I don't.
You went to the funeral. Yeah. You're like, look who wound up in the turtle now.
You're like shit talking.
Put a cinder block on the.
It's very sad. He was
Matt doesn't say anything. Just walks up, puts a cinder block. Oh, we're going to hell. That's so bad.
This is How to Die Alone. So I mean,
it is.
Sorry, man.
No, like it was very sad, the whole thing, but it's also like, because I knew where he was, coming from with the addiction and whatnot, but it was like, I totally understand being like, well, I've had this like chemical barrier between me and everything I've had to feel for the last however many years, and now all of a sudden it's taken away, and I don't know how to do life. I don't know how to raw dog life. So, that's just how it goes. This got sad, but you know what? You should have named the podcast something else if you wanted it to be happy.
Yeah.
Here, so do you want to? I have a news article that was really funny. The police are currently looking for this man. They're calling him the COVID hug man.
Oh God, Matt, you got your own article.
I know. It's been rough.
They're after me. I had to hide out in the villages.
He approached
Finally, he'll get booked.
Hug life. Hug lifeless.
You're gonna get a hug life tattoo.
He has approached several strangers in Walmart and hugged them, and then told them that he just gave them coronavirus.
So he's like Judah Friedlander in that Dave Matthews video.
Dude, that was supposed to be Big J.
Was it?
100%, dude. That was supposed to be Big J. He was on a podcast with Burt Kreischer and was talking about how like he auditioned for it and nailed the audition. He said, and then on the way out, he's like, "Oh, hey Judah, how's it going?" And then like a month later, 2 months later, he gets he's at some gig, and the guy cancels him, sends him home. So as he's at the hotel, like packing his bag away, MTV's like, new Dave Matthews Band video, and fucking Judah Friedlander's in it, and he's like, son of a bitch. Like, he was just like, insult to injury kind of thing. It was
oh, you leaders, what you want here? All in here is Dave.
The Davey Matthews Band.
Dave Matthews, Dave.
Yeah, we're a little bit more special. You know what I mean? We're a little more touch of the tism in there,
Touch of the tism.
Well, there was a guy that was doing that.
Like, let him play. He's trying. The Davey Matthews Band.
It's all triangle all the time.
I went on a cruise, and I went on one of the ports. There was a guy with a free hugs T-shirt, just like hugging people getting off the ship. And then he would hug them and then be like, and take a photo with them and be like, that'll be $5.
Oh my God.
I thought he'd be like,
I'm pretty sure like you can just walk away.
Yeah.
He'd be like, no, it's not. It's not $5. Believe me.
Yeah.
He straight up mixtape these people.
The what?
He straight up mixtape these people. Like when you put the mixtape in their hands, like, oh man, I got this mixtape, and it's like that'll be $10.
Yeah, dude. The dude from Mayday Parade did that to me at Warped Tour one year.
What?
Where
it's like I got this album.
Yeah. Mayday Parade.
Yeah, no, they are, but why? So like he just like, well, no. Usually they'll like let you listen to the mixtape, and you're like, that's dope, and they're like, yeah, do you want a copy or whatever?
It's usually not. Do you want a copy? That'll be $10.
Yeah. He put the headphones on my head. I'm listening to it, and in the meantime, he puts the CD in my hand. He was like, "Yeah, bro, it's like it's like $5." And I was like, "All right, well, here you go. Take it back. It's all right. I'm here. I'm about to see you live. Like, I'll decide. What if you guys suck live?"
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, that was always a turn off for me. Like, it was a live performance. You could have the best albums, and then like your live performance sucks dick, and I'm like, I can't like you anymore.
And it's not necessarily the live performance like sounding just like the album. It's like the experience that they create. Because Jeff Rosenstock is a horrible singer, and he's one of my favorite artists. And live, he sounds terrible, but the energy is so much.
He puts on a good show, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I've seen Nickelback live twice, and everyone shits on them, but they actually put on a pretty good show. Like, I hate to say it, they do.
I hope
now, let me say, I didn't. Hold on. Let me say, I didn't pay.
Is Davey? Are you really just gonna shout "I'm wrong" from the rooftop?
I got for free. All right.
I'm kidding.
Went to the shows for free
on the rooftop before he jumps off it with the trash bag.
Nickelback was a really good band.
Yeah, I jump with my fucking Glad bag, like you said, man.
It's everyone else who's wrong.
Yeah. Am I so out of touch? No, it's the fans that are wrong.
No, I was just saying, like, but like my mom got free tickets, and she was like, "Do you want to go see Nickelback?" And I was like, "Okay." And it was like in a suite at the Phillips Arena. So, like, you're getting drinks and food. So it was just like, I'll fucking come here, whatever.
I mean, how hard could it be to play the same 4 chords? I'm kidding.
No, I mean, no, they had but they had pyro and there's like
American
explosions. They put on a good show. They're running around stage. So I was like, all right, they're good performers.
Like, man, the fire really adds something. I'm gonna go put their album on, light a couple candles.
Why can't this be a Great White show?
Yeah. I can only listen to them on July 4th because it's nice with all the fireworks going on.
You get your sparkler going.
Pants, feet, feet, pants, feet.
Look at this photograph.
Just Davey listening to Rockstar holding a sparkler.
Yeah. Never made it out of one man. Around your feet. That's why I like it.
Dude, make that your intro song.
Yes.
Please make that.
Whoever's going up on mic tonight, I'm gonna bring a USB with this song on it.
Oh, do you think Side Splitters has the technology to? I'm surprised they're like, all right, cut the record, guys. Go ahead, drop
take the
that
needle
needle.
off it. Yeah.
Coming here, dropping the stacks of wax here at the House of Wax. Welcome to.
He's on the stage. Stop spinning the phonograph.
Yeah, you got to crank the phonograph or whatever and give it color.
Look at this phonograph.
Thank you.
You just hear Edison's voice on a wax cylinder.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! You remember when they were like, we've recreated this mummy's voice by 3D printing his vocal cords, and it just kind of goes, eh.
What?
Yeah,
it's a mummy.
It's like a video where they're like, we digitally reconstructed this mummy's vocal cords to produce a sound, and they play this
is what it sounds like.
And it's just like, eh.
So you're telling me those Vincent Price movies nailed it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Wait, so they recorded it right after they put him in the fucking tomb?
No, they
extracted the vocal cords.
Took an MRI or something to create like a 3D printed.
No, I'm
version.
joking. Like he was buried alive, and then
and he was just
at the last
his last words were,
"Let me out of this motherfucker.
I'm not dead."
Remove the cinder block.
Yeah, the technology hadn't come up. They weren't burying people with a bell attached to a string yet.
Ding, ding.
Saved
Some
by
people
the
put
bell.
like
That's
telephones.
the origin of the
Oh my
phrase
God.
"saved by the bell."
Wiggle your big toe.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
The origin of the phrase "saved by the bell" is used to bury people with and they would have like a string attached to a bell
In case they were alive.
in case they were alive. So the people were like, ring, 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 ring.
I've heard of people
is
like
somebody coming
putting-
through here on a bicycle. What is? Oh shit, they're alive.
So is that like a qualification of like the fucking cemetery workers? Is they had to have like really good hearing?
To hear the bells.
Yeah.
Like he has to keep
They're like, I like
asking
to
the guy
leave him in there for a minute so they play a tune when the one on the right is over here like ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding.
It was like, did you guys ever have the people like in high school? Like in high school, there was like, I guess it's a band of people that just had like a big row of bells, and they'd be like ding, 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 ding,
Right.
ding. Yeah,
It's called a xylophone, man.
No, it's
No, I'm
not.
kidding.
I played the
it's like
xylophone.
hand
kidding.
bells, I think it's
Yeah.
called, or
It's
something.
hand bells, yeah.
Hand bells.
I didn't do bells. Okay, ready? Ready for this?
That's the mummy?
That's the mummy.
I'm dying. Oh my god.
Sounds like someone about to make a decision. Just
Yeah, they're like, sir, the Jews are leaving. He's like,
Like you just ate some bad soup.
It sounds like Detective Mittens.
oh my god, how great would it have been if they play it and he goes, pound.
it sounded like you just drank LaCroix.
Yeah, the first time drinking LaCroix.
Buried in his tomb with cans of LaCroix around.
What mummy was it? Was it like King Tut or some shit? Like a famous one?
I don't know.
No.
I guess they're all famous technically. They were all like rich, so they were famous at the time. But a King Tut's like the only one I remember.
Priest, it says.
How many Twitter followers do they have?
Yeah, I'll let you know how fucking successful they were.
That'd be a real, Davey. That'd be like a really great movie, like the Pharaoh and the Pauper. Like they switch places.
I just want this sound to loop
You
anytime somebody says something bad on this podcast.
The poor guy just has like a deep sleep, and they just throw him in the grave.
I'm clipping it, I swear.
Yeah,
we need to start having sound cues so we can have like drops and shit. We gotta have like cool drops.
Yeah.
It's just the mummy.
Stevie, you gotta get a soundboard. That's why that's what we were gonna replace Matt with, was just a soundboard of him laughing. So anytime here Stevie said something, we'll just hit a button.
Sound of him laughing.
I have. It's you can't read it.
No, it's just a bright light.
Are you giving us the light?
Behind it. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a soundboard.
There you go.
Carter's giving us the light. You guys want to plug?
Yeah.
It is the
Just
light,
make
actually.
it sound like a webcam.
It's spot on, actually.
No, that's the bell when you're in the coffin.
What do you got to plug, Davey Waves?
Nothing. I'll be at the open mic every Sunday or Friday whenever they're doing it at Side Splitters until probably I'm dead.
Awesome.
So.
Carter?
September 5th, I'll be with you at Beef O'Brady's in Parish. We're doing 3 shows one night, and I'm getting no money, but I will be getting wings.
You're doing 2 shows a day and then 1 at night.
3, yeah.
But it'll be okay because even though they've been to the early show, the sundowning will set in, so
yeah,
it'll feel like
the jokes will be new to them.
Is that how that's how Dan corners the market? He doubles it up. He's like, go outside. Oh, it's dark. Oh, it's time for the show to start, and brings them back in, and then they just. Sorry, that's horrible.
I was down there this weekend, and there's not a lot going on down in Parish. So.
Really?
Brady's going to be hopping, son.
It's only like 20 people per show.
Sold out, probably.
It's a tiny little room.
Exclusive. What do you got?
Yeah, it was not like when I did it. It was weird because like it was like 4 p.m. or whenever it was, and then we finished the first show and I go outside and it's still sunny out. I'm like, this is weird. Yeah. But like, because it's so dark in there, they keep it like a nice comedy vibe. So it's
the comedy
perfect.
cave.
Yeah, it's great.
I have another show on August 28th. If you want to know where that one's at, hit the DMs. But I'm not promoting it.
I was gonna say, are you not excited about it?
No, I'm super excited about it, but I'm not.
Saying
about it. Yeah, you guys know.
I don't know.
Maddie
We'll
Bills?
tell you.
Class starts tomorrow.
Ooh, go see Maddie in class.
About time you got some.
Finger guns.
Now
Boom,
that's
roasted.
a good joke.
And then
I'll put your feet around your pants.
I'll be doing the show on September 5th with Mr. Carter, and then I'll be September 11th and 12th at Snappers with Aniria and Tracy Cannon.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, here's you can see me on topical depressions.
Yes.
No, we're gonna cut your segment. Amanda, you got anything? Just taking care of the floofs.
Yeah, just taking care of the floofs forever. Well, not even until the hospital opens. So
yeah,
Which
Animal Hospital.
Yeah, I'm convinced that the hospital has been built on an Indian burial ground, so we're never gonna open.
I've seen that Stephen King movie. Oh wait, no, it's Pet Cemetery. Never mind.
Yeah, pet hospital.
I think a pet
Yeah,
cemetery.
it's built on a pet cemetery. They have business forever.
Yeah, I take that at this point over what I'm
They
doing.
also got a taxidermy office. It's like a whole cycle. They're like, we're going to cover all these bases.
The cats just always have bells on them, so it's very confusing. You can't tell when they're really dead.
I mean, if they're jiggling, they're moving, which is a good indication they're alive.
Otherwise, they sound like a mummy.
We can talk about dead bullies, but not cats.
Yeah, no, my precious kitties.
We've reached Matt's line. He's like, settle down.
All right.
That and smegma.
All right, bye everybody.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.